What is going on, our friends in film fandom, wherever you may be and however you may be watching and or listening? We appreciate you being here and giving us just a little bit of your time. We are the Harsh Truth, and I am obviously not Frank. But he did decide to grace us with his presence today, along with the usual suspects in this lineup. First, I'm not going to explain myself because I'm not Frank, so I'll start with the man himself, who for some reason put him on a bottom. Maybe he's a good power bottom, I don't know. But we got Frank in the house. How are you, sir? How is it down there?
If you guys want to have a lot of fun tonight, you should go picture this review of this movie with the Cowboys-Eagles games, and you can slowly see the life leave Texas' eyes. The hope just drain away as every play goes forward.
Yeah, you can watch it happen in real time.
Don't mind me, I'm just a Niner fan here.
Casually with the 49ers Cup. Hilarious. And somebody who I'm pretty sure is probably the most excited about this movie, who probably also takes regular pilgrimages to the town of Tromaville, New Jersey. But he resides in the great state of Texas. We have Tex in the house as well. How are you, sir?
Funny enough, I summer in Tromaville. It's fine if you can, watch out for the nuclear waste drops every now and then. But yeah, you can also keep up with how many times I have to refill this cup during this broadcast about the Cowboy game is going. So, you can also keep by that standard as well. But what's up, everybody? Hope y'all are doing well. Yeah, I've got my flashy pumpkin in the background and all looking like, festive and whatnot.
Halfway through the third quarter, he's just going to be drinking a straight out of the bottle. He's not even going to pour the cup.
He's not going to hide it. He's not going to hide it anymore.
Frank, don't give spoilers away. Hey, let them get there naturally. Come on. Touchdown. Oh, come on. Oh, that was almost a touchdown.
And every few minutes, as me and Jeremy are talking about the movie, you'll hear Tex under his breath be like, motherfucking Jerry Joe.
Yeah, just
motherfucking trademark horses.
CD Lamb just about got a touchdown, boy. I tell you what. Let's go Cowboys.
And you'll know.
Yeah, so if you want to.
He'll just be like,
yeah, so like I said, if you want to. If you got dual screens or the ability with your kids' finagled fucking phones that can do two screens, yeah, you can watch that kind of happen in real time as we go along. Because out of context, it may not make any sense.
I'm going to go ahead and apologize.
Nick, and I'm okay with that.
I'm going to go ahead and apologize ahead of time for any crude language I say does not reflect the Harsh channel proper. Just go ahead and clear that bench ahead of time and just be done with it. There you go. It's all good.
I mean, when we got Dr. Nick coming here with the classy stuff like where Casey sticks things.
It is double points if you run Casey over. I will say that much. So better watch out.
Casey's fair game, I think.
Wait for the call. We got a Dallas Cowboys touchdown, Devontae Williams. There we go, buddy. Here we go.
Oh, this is gonna be such a fuck stream. Anyway, we're not gonna get shit done. Anyway, so
I'll try to mute.
Not only are we, no, you're fine. So not only are we double fisting a football game, we're here to talk about the Toxic Avenger from 1984, which is an American superhero black comedy splatter film produced and directed by Michael Herz and Lloyd Kaufman, the latter credited as Samuel Weil for directing, from a screenplay by Joe Ritter, based on a story by Kaufman, based on a real story, based on a scrap of paper that someone wrote down on a napkin in a cafe somewhere. Jesus Christ. That's not the notes. That was me. The film was produced and released by Troma Entertainment. It is the first installment of the Toxic Avenger film series and generated a media franchise. Troma Entertainment released The Toxic Avenger initially in 1984, receiving an early review from Variety in late December. During the next year, the film had a long run as a midnight movie on the single screen at the Bleecker Street Cinema in New York City. On April 4th, 1986, the film opened on 45 screens and earned $140,000 for its opening weekend, with the reported budget of the film as $500K. I can't be fucked to say the actual numbers. On Rotten Tomatoes, the Toxic Avenger holds an approval rating of 70% based on 20 reviews and an average rating of 5.8 out of 10. Its consensus reads, quote, a silly and ribald superhero spoof, Toxic Avengers uninhibited humor hits more than it misses, end quotes. So, I kind of want, by the way, I want this, like, this looks like it would be on a t-shirt, this thumbnail, and
I need that poster, like a wall size poster. That'd be really cool.
I'm gonna have to
big
find
banner.
that poster somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure that's somewhere. I mean, there's a lot of t-shirts in this. I couldn't find somebody that wouldn't hold the fuck still for the I Heart the Hero Monster or whatever the fuck. I really want one of those. But all right, but we'll go around the table and Frank, so what you got any quick thoughts on this movie before we really dive headfirst into a barrel of toxic waste about it?
This movie is exactly what it should be. It's a product of its time. It's when people weren't afraid to do outrageous shit. This was clickbait back in the 80s, before we had the internet and all that shit. This was clickbait. This was like the what I was thinking of, the Faces of Death. These off the wall like midnight movies that were weird extravagances that nobody wanted to admit that they loved, but they loved. This was just one of those movies. It stood the test of time because of its kookiness, and this kind of movie doesn't really have a shelf life. It just kind of always exists. So yeah, it's a fun movie.
All right, and Tex, what have you got for me on your quick thoughts before we go into ooh, Jesus.
Yeah,
before we dive into the Tromaville dump.
You know, this movie is unapologetic. It's vile. It's disgusting. It's brash. It's full of blood, guts, gore, and just grotesque nudity. It's everything I love in it. Like, what is there not to like about this film? Hell yes, I love this film. Like I said, I love Troma, man. You know, thank you, Lloyd Kaufman. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's I think it's kind of like what we said. It's if you've never seen like what a Troma film is, I think this is for good reason why it's kind of the most well known of their films. But it's like this is kind of what you should expect out of that. It's not really a universe, but you know what I mean. They've made about 300 billion fucking movies, so that's that's what you come for, and that's what you get out of it. So it's just kind of straightforward. And I think the funniest, I'm gonna play this now because it's the funniest thing. I'm like, this movie even had a trigger warning right in the beginning. You want to talk about all these movies and having trigger warnings now? I'm like, motherfucker, they were doing this in the 80s. They flat out were like, hey, by the way, this is gonna get wild, and then boom. So I like how they mentioned that. I like how they mentioned extreme violence, but not like that. That's the only thing they're like, well, we'll give you that heads up, but otherwise, you're not ready. Like you're really just not fucking ready.
I don't remember if, like, in the late 80s, when this movie was more in the public consciousness for, like, my old man generation, if that was in front of that. I was trying to remember if it was or not.
That's
the DVD copy
I don't
has it in front of it, but the DVDs are still relatively young technology for when this movie came out. So part of me thinks it was put in several years after, like maybe in the early 90s, mid 90s. I just didn't know it.
I think so, because the same thing happened with Cannibal Holocaust. Years after it was made and out, whoever owned the rights at the time decided that it needed a warning label before the film. I don't remember. I saw this on VHS back in the day. That wasn't on the VHS copy. That had to have been added later on.
Yeah.
I don't know. It is weird that Cannibal Holocaust on the version I have, it's like I already knew what it was, and I feel like if you have that movie, you kind of already know. You haven't seen it yet. But it gave me an option, like some Call of Duty shit. Like, do you want to skip No Russian? No, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, hey, there's some animal violence in this. Do you want to skip it? I was like, no, I'll just watch it. I'm like, I've seen worse probably, but that's the only thing I know that was changed about like that movie. So that's definitely after the fact.
Right.
Oh Lord Jesus. Okay, all right, what's the first? Let's put up the sign because that's probably a good way to start it. So first bullet point of the discussion is the works of Lloyd Kaufman and Troma. So I need to pull it up on my thing. So while I'm doing that, Frank, what's oh Jesus, I can't go in the right place. What do you think about the works of Lloyd Kaufman, Troma, this whole it's such a hard thing to describe, but I mean, what do you got for me on that?
Look, I mean, this is great creativity because anybody can just go make a movie where a lot of crazy visual shit happens. And, we talked about this with the first Terrifier. It's like it's not a very good movie, but it's great horror. You know what I mean? Because the horror is in large part the visual. But yeah, anybody can kind of go do that. But this is actually fun. They made it a Saturday morning cartoon version of an R-rated movie. That's it was kind of, is it way over the top? Is it totally unrealistic? Absolutely, but that's the fun part of it. It's just also crazy. Like, it doesn't have to exist in our world. This can exist in its own little pocket of rock floating somewhere in space. That's where Tromaville always exists, and I'm perfectly happy with that. It's a fun movie. This is what Lloyd Kaufman has done forever. He's got. I was looking at his filmography earlier, but everything is like this. It's the kind of movie that you make for you. You don't give a shit if anybody goes and watch your movie. You're like, I think this movie's gonna be fucking cool, so I'm making this movie, and that's what he seems to do. A lot of things, and so yeah, I love what he did with this movie. I mean, you can never knock a guy for creating a classic. I mean, you don't get mad at Julie Garland's being the Wizard of Oz. So yeah, it's everything he's done has just been pure stuff like this. I'm going to make this wild movie about a guy in toxic waste and blah blah blah. And every movie he's made that I've seen anyway has been like this. I've only seen about 3 or 4 of them, but I want to see more now that I've looked down that list, especially since one was a baseball movie from the late 70s. But yeah, I mean, this is what Lloyd Kaufman has always done. He's unapologetically making a movie for himself. It just so happens that we all kind of like him too.
Right. Speaking of liking people, apparently our own Toxic Avengers here, he hates Tex. Frank is apparently in the middle somewhere, and I'm okay. So somehow we're the Goldilocks of Casey's world. I don't know why I'm the perfect porridge for Casey, but that's...
Casey really wants to eat your porridge.
I mean, thank you for thinking it's just right. I'm upping it to 50 points for Casey now. Not just double, but we're going 50 points for Casey. So
hold on. I have a picture of summer. We need like this on the side of the car, which is like a picture of Casey's face with a big red X through it. Like, what is
put Casey next to it with the circle around it for next target, or something.
I actually know what we should do is we'll just put we love the monster hero, just put Casey's face there instead of Toxic Avenger.
Don't change his face. Don't change his face whatsoever. Use a legit stock photo. Just throw it on there.
Yeah, Casey, just send Frank a selfie. We'll make a shirt, and it's like, look, we're giving you free press, man. Maybe we'll actually get some of those real subscribers you're always talking about. Oh, anyway, that's a good segue. Tex, what's your thoughts on Troma? Which I'm pretty sure we know what it is, but give me some stuff for what do you think about Mr. Lloyd here?
Troma hound, as I talked about here Tuesday. I've long subscribed to the Troma Now streaming service. I've seen, I don't know how many Troma films I've seen. Everything from Poultrygeist to Sergeant Kabuki Man to Class of Nukem High, Return to Nukem High, all of those sequels. I've seen them all. I've seen all the Toxic films. When you're a Troma film fan, you're I'm trying to put it in a way that makes sense. Troma fans are the people that don't fit in with the in crowd. They're the ones, they're the outcasts, they're the mutants, they're the whatever you want to call them. And what Lloyd Kaufman was so genius at doing with this movie at the time, and the newspapers were like, yeah, horror's dead, whatever. So Lloyd Kaufman looked over at Michael Herz. He's like, hey, let's make a horror film because that's what people are talking about. So prior to this, Troma was comedy movies. So they made a horror comedy of the first superhero from New Jersey. We'd never seen that before. We'd seen Superman, yada, yada, whatever. And, they make, oddly enough, I would argue, now he's nowhere near Batman or Spider-Man levels, but I think more people know about the Toxic Avenger than they may even realize. Because it's like Frank said, what Lloyd Kaufman and Michael Herz made here has lasted. I mean, hell, it got a kid they took this movie and made it into a kid-friendly Saturday morning cartoon, Toxic Crusaders. That says something, like, to reach that far. So, yeah, I'm a Troma guy. I've always been and I always will. I've never got to meet Lloyd Kaufman, but I would love to, and just shake his hand and thank him for what he's done. I'm a fan.
Yeah, speaking of Jersey, isn't Crystal Lake in Jersey? So I mean, there's a crossover movie right there. You want to have the two of them throw down or something? Because
hey, throwing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles right there in New York. I'm sure it connects somewhere.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Sewer system goes somewhere, I'm sure.
Toxic and could Jason Voorhees? I don't think Toxic could beat Jason by himself. He's going to need the Ninja Turtles help. That's probably going to happen.
Yeah, they're also of the green ooze and whatnot.
Right,
so
right.
They're so
they're
the mutants.
One's an undead zombie guy, and the rest of them are swamp creatures of ilk. So yeah, it checks out.
Pretty fucking much. Yeah, I think this is. I mean, probably the only thing that I actually really know of Troma, but I mean, I'm looking through this list and I'm like, I don't see anything that doesn't look like it wouldn't belong. You know what I mean? I'm just like, although I get down here and I see like Rocky, I'm like, why is Rocky here? I don't know what he had some part in that, but sure.
If you're going to go down the Troma road, I would recommend the Class of Nukem High and just start with those movies, because those are another fun, off the wall. They're within this same world that the Toxic Avenger is. Hell, Troma was doing the MCU before the MCU existed, so they get credit on that. So
another movie that looks like I might know what it is, but I'm not totally sure. Yeah, but yeah, it's I can always appreciate that, and I something that from a guy that I watch that reviews movies of this kind of caliber, where he's like, there's a reason why like I've seen movies that I'm like I've probably never heard of, or like B-list things, because like there are people that I watch these. That's how I found out about The Room and stuff like that with Tony Wiseau. And yeah, it's he always says like, I'm not gonna like discredit somebody for like wanting to go out and like make a movie, like good or bad, like whatever it ends up being. It's like if you just make something like Frank was saying, it's something that we say about like Kevin Smith, where he's like, just make movies you want to see, just like have fun with it. If you want to make some crazy mutant guy that fucking wears a half melted tutu with polka dots on it, killing people with mops, yeah, why not? Like,
oh shit, oh, they're throwing down. Oh damn,
like it doesn't have to be good. So I want to discredit somebody for that. We got pictures. Good lord. I don't know who I want to put on here. Let's put this guy who definitely doesn't look like fucking
Bozo Julie.
Yeah, I got Bozo on here. So that moves to the cast. Like I said, I swear he looks like a roided out fucking Judge Reinhold, which is really weird. So cast. I could not. I mean, I remember his name was Bozo, but I couldn't really remember anyone else's name because
Gary Schindler, I believe is his last name.
I mean, I'm saying this with all like respect. I'm like, I don't remember half these characters' names because I'm like, I don't know.
Dude,
relevant. It doesn't really matter.
Only one of these people went on to have any kind of career at all.
As a veteran of watching Troma films, 99% of the time there are no stars, so don't feel bad about it. Nobody, like, people work for free on Troma films. That's why they get the caliber of actors that they do. So yeah, they're not big names.
But I mean, that some of these people, they put their whole ass in this performance. So I can't. Right. And this guy who looks like a mix of Corey Feldman and fucking Ashton Kutcher. So there's that guy too.
He's gonna get to church in the morning. He's gotta go to church. Come on.
Yeah. Of all things, you go out and kill a kid and then go to church tomorrow morning. That's classic stuff.
Well, if you don't sin, what's the point in going back every Sunday? That's what I always say. You think that's how make it worth it.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, Frank, what do you think of this crazy ass cast of people that are in this movie. Is there somebody that stands out to you the most? Because, like I said, some of these people are over the top and they just go for it because, you know, they just have fun.
There's nothing wrong with working with a lot of the same people. I mean, Scorsese and fucking and what's his name work together all the time.
De Niro,
Leonardo
DiCaprio.
De Niro.
Yeah.
But and they make awesome movies. So sometimes you just like working with some people. You guys bring the best out of each other. That's the way that goes. I don't understand why people would shit on it. I don't really care because this movie is fucking awesome. A couple of the movies that I've seen from Troma are awesome, and a lot of these people are in them. Who stands out? I mean, Mark Torgl, I feel bad for the guy. I mean, he's done well since then. He's done a bunch of movies like this. He's been in a couple other like dramas as well. But yeah, I like Mike Torgl before he mutates. It's kind of the
where is this goofy? There he is. Jesus Christ,
Melvin.
It's kind of the like that nerdy character in 80s movies, even really kind of getting into the late 70s. Like that nerdy character was always kind of low key the hero, like this, Revenge of the Nerds, Real Genius, all and a litany of other movies that got in the 80s. The nerd was the hero, and I think that Mark Torgl as Melvin pre-mutation is kind of the one that I like the most because he's so hilariously pathetic.
Right.
It's hilarious to watch him, but yeah, he's the one who stands out. But the entire cast just works well together. That's the important thing in a movie like this is the entire cast knows what the other one's going to bring, and they're going to bring the right stuff to match it, and it's all going to look great on camera. Who gives a shit that none of these people ever were close to being nominated for an Oscar? I don't really care. Sometimes the best performances don't come from the best people; they come from the right people, the people that are there in the moment. And this is that whole idea.
Yeah, it all works out. Tex, what you got for cast? What do you think about this cast? Who's the one that stands out for you?
Well, for me, I can't separate one from the other here, and you've already showed the picture here. It's Bozo and Julie for me. They are Bozo is. If he's not on coke, I don't know what's going on. Man. Just the way this dude reacts in this movie is freaking hilarious. And Julie was, playing Harley Quinn before Harley Quinn existed. She's gorgeous blonde, ready to cut somebody. I mean, how can you their whole group is amazing in this film. They're the most despicable people you could find. I mean, they go out to run children over in the streets and do terrible things, and it's just so much fun to watch how they acted. If not for Julie here, the Toxic Avenger, which another point that I forgot to mention on Tuesday's review of this movie, the '84 version, they give a good reason why the Toxic Avenger is in the pink suit, because he was put up to do it on a dare. And in the new one, he just kind of does it out of nowhere. Like, why are you doing this? It makes no sense. So yeah, for those reasons alone, Bozo and Julie, it's there's outrageous fun with this movie. It's it's amazing. I love it.
I think weirdly, if there is a screenshot that maybe kind of explains this movie a little bit, it's this right here. Like,
kind of, yeah.
The more you look, I mean, the picture's 1,000 words, and there's probably more than 1,000 you could say about this picture.
Melvin
like,
goes from wearing green polka dots to being green. So it just maybe they ain't got through or something. Who knows?
Yeah, he definitely starts wearing that green a lot more.
Right.
I got some. I'll say that for like special effects because I'm sure we'll talk about that. I think for me, one of the funniest fucking characters is Sarah. I don't know why. Sarah's pretty awesome. I know I have a picture of her somewhere.
This is like her only acting role too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because one of the most obnoxious like jokes is that she has like too many goddamn like walking canes.
So many sight gags. So many sight gags with her.
Everywhere she goes, she has like a fucking million of them. She just steps in and trips over her own door, even though she's probably gone through 100 times. Knocks all of her canes over. I'm like, I don't know. It's just funny. I don't know why.
She pulls her shirt open to. She pulls her shirt open to distract the bad guys in the taco stand. I mean, she's just going for it all. It's pretty funny.
Oh Lord Jesus. Yeah.
Funny enough about her, she was the girlfriend. She was kind of the Marilyn Burns of this movie. She was the girlfriend of the money guy on this movie, and really the only way that Lloyd Kaufman got the money to do this was by casting her. But even with that, she still auditioned for it. Like, she still even went out of her way to at least try. Now, she probably knew ahead of time, like, hey, I'm going to get this, but this is for appearance only. But still, it was it's pretty cool to see her do that. And, yeah, she's not a great actress, but she's amazing in this movie. The sight gags are incredible. So many things.
Oh, good. Dr. Nick's back, and he loves us all. Unlike, some people. Some grumpy people named
And
Casey.
we love Dr. Nick. See, we praise Dr. Nick because he's good people. Casey, we tolerate him. That's how we do it.
Yeah, tolerate's a pretty strong word. It's a pretty straightened out word. I don't know what we do with Casey, but look, we're putting this guy on on merch. It's like, it's just free advertising, man. I don't know what your problem is. Like, you're welcome for one thing. Oh Lord, don't even have. Let's go to this shot. That's funny. Which neatly brings me along to the plot. Which nerdy guy gets bullied and jumps out of a window like a fucking stunt performer and lands face first, conveniently or inconveniently, rather, into a vat of toxic waste barrels that are just out in the open air on a flatbed truck, and the truck drivers just happen to be doing coke because it's a normal day in the 80s for some reason.
It's the 80s, man.
Motherfucker had like a whole gallon bag of coke. I'm like, dude, what? First of all, why are you working this blue collar job if you have like a whole fucking bag of coke? God damn, dude.
He's looking like Scarface in the truck.
Yeah, no shit. He's really powdering. He's not powdering his nose. He's powdering his whole damn face. Like, he's ready for his close up, Mr. Ville. God damn. But yeah, and then he. Yeah, you like that one? You get it? You understand that reference? All the kids out there understand that one. Where was it? Oh, right. And then he becomes the Toxic Avenger and cleaning up the streets of New Jersey, which I feel like is not an easy task. But hey, if you've got mutant powers, I mean, why not, right? So, plot, Frank. Does this plot work for you? I mean, I know we're asking for a Tromaville plot. Does it make sense or does it work? But I mean, it seems simple enough. Does it work for you? I'm not really sure what we'd change, but
yeah, in the context of the movie, absolutely it works. I mean, it's funny. I see Nick saying that no regulations back then, talking about this truck pulling up. That's kind of the joke. As I got older, I kind of realized
there's no OSHA here.
Is that OSHA does not exist in Tromaville. They have no jurisdiction there. So they're driving around with barrels of open toxic waste, untied, exposed to the elements.
Right.
It's one of those things that's so bad it's dumb, and it's so bad you have to laugh at it. And that's one of the things that makes the movie funny as a whole. Is just so many of the key set pieces are just kind of ridiculous. But you accept the ridiculousness, and that's when you start to enjoy the movie more, because now it all starts to fit more. Your brain starts to fit.
You gotta get this world. Yeah, this world is weird.
Yeah, but I can't think of anything right now I'd change about the plot. I mean, if I gave it deeper thought, I might. But to be absolutely honest, this movie didn't. Like I said, this movie wasn't Shakespeare. We're going for an Oscar campaign with this one. So why bother giving it deeper dialogue and taking away this one scene of them running a kid over? You may as well put the scene of them running a kid over, because that's kind of what you're going for this movie anyway. Don't make this movie something we're not. That it's not. Just leave the plot and everything what these movies are, especially back in the early mid 80s, and they were just throwing all kinds of shit against the wall to see what stuck, no matter how kooky it was. So yeah, I wouldn't change the plot at all. I like it.
Well, they already did Shakespeare. It's called Romeo and Juliet. Gotcha.
Yeah. And he also did Shakespeare's hashtag Shakespeare Shitstorm is the official title of a Troma movie I've seen as well. So yeah.
Nice. Right. Well, Tex, what do you think about this plot? Is there anything you would add, change, addendum?
No, honestly, there's just enough plot here to carry the story, and that's the way that I like it. They don't beat you over the head with anything. They don't try to be something they're not, like Frank was saying. And this is brash. Everything is, I mean, Nobody's safe in this movie. They make fun of the cops. They make fun of the politicians. They make fun of it. This is like South Park. Everybody gets it here. Yeah, that fat, gelatinous, disgusting mayor is laying on his side eating sandwiches at the club, getting rubbed down by hot.
That's so great.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, the police captain Zig Halen over here look like it's he's in the Third Reich or something. This is what makes Lloyd Kaufman great. Yes, Lloyd Kaufman is if you want to put him in political scale, I would say he's more of a classical Democrat, what Democrats used to be. But he's not pretentious enough where he can't make fun of himself. If you've ever watched a Lloyd Kaufman interview, it really comes through. And it shows in this movie because everybody gets made fun of. And like as far as the plot goes with this is the plot that works because we have a cowboy touchdown, by the way. We've got the nerd that he's a good guy. He lives with his mom. He ain't never been late before. He's he likes the pretty girls, but the pretty girls are bitches to him. And you know what? They give him the toxic treatment. And they end up paying for it later on. But yeah, this movie's fun. This is just a fun plot to watch because it's lighthearted. You understand everything as you're going, and it comes to a point where you need it to be. It's not. It doesn't overstay its welcome. It knows exactly what it wants to be, and I appreciate that about it. I can't think of one thing that I would change in this besides, I don't know, more boobs and violence, please. If that's an option, I'm not sure. But you know what? I'm happy with what I got. So it's all good.
Nick, I think we already established that. Yes, Casey was in this movie. Right there. I don't know. It's uncanny, is it not? I think we know.
If you put glasses on that, he could be playing video games poorly right now. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I had to do that for my fucking.
I really wish I'd have thought
to.
I really wish I'd have thought to. I really wish I'd have thought to email Alex and be like, "Hey, can you send me that Casey intro you've been using forever? It's the picture of Casey's face and him as he's
the mayor." Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's good
stuff. It's almost like he's here for real. Oh my god! Everybody, don't turn your back on him. Otherwise, you're whistling out of your butthole. Who was? Oh, plot. It kind of. If there was a pinnacle of what this wild Troma shit is about, it's this movie. It's got, like I said, I don't remember all of the characters' names, but I'm they're memorable. Like you said, he makes these off the wall characters. This guy, I'm I believe this is just some smarmy, very punchable face looking mayor that's doing some shady shit. Even though I know it's. I don't know what kind of strip club looks like in the middle of some dude's living room, but that shit was funny.
Yeah, he's one of the Troma actors that has been in multiple films, playing different characters, of course, because he gets disemboweled in front of children in this film. But he's a Troma veteran for sure. He died some years ago because obviously he was not in good shape. But yeah, he was a good one.
Yeah, I don't think I've changed much about this. It's just silly. It just is what it is. It's got some cool practical effects because again, we're in that sweet zone of there's not a whole lot of really special effects like computer effects, CG effects, whatever the shit. So I can appreciate some good practical work shit like this with the transformation, the shit bubbling underneath his skin. So I'll save the what I thought was the best kill for last. Oh, also, you gotta always give props to a fire stunt because I love fire stunts. Being that right there is actually probably pretty close to what I do in the cave. I'm I put fire in my hand. That's pretty accurate. And of course, a full body fire stunt again, always appreciated. I do have to pose a question to Frank though. Is this authentic Mexican? Because I have some questions about the swords.
You know what? I would tell you right now, I have no problem with this. You know why? Because A, Because A, they needed it in the part of the scene where the guy reaches up, grabs it, and tries to fight Toxic.
But doesn't mean you just put it there.
However, I want to point something out to you, Jeremy. Let me, because I was in here looking earlier and I saw I saw that and I was like, Jeremy's gonna fuck with you about this. I can see it coming. So let me present to you, my friend, the Mexican Ninja. So this is no shit. A video game that is supposed to be released on Steam at some point early next year. And let me read you this fucking breakdown of this. It's hilarious. I think
that's amazing.
A frantic, fast-paced, beat-em-up, roguelike, full of crass brass and incredibly badass. Become the Mexican Ninja as you slice your way through the streets of Nuevo Tokyo in this retro 2.5D arcade throwback. So what you waiting for? Show me your skills, pinche ninja.
I was like, going up his sleeve on me. That's oh my god.
Does he say hola? So does he say hola and konnichiwa? Is that how both of those work? I mean, are you throwing both of them?
Honestly, when this game comes out, I'm gonna have to give it a try because I've been looking at the.
I ain't never seen no.
I'm like,
I ain't never seen no samurai named Juan or Pedro before. That's a new one.
Hey, if there can be a white samurai, they made a whole movie with Tom Cruise about it. There could be. A Mexican
I was gonna say, yeah, we don't. Remember that one awkward time we made John Wayne into Genghis Khan?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Another throwback for the kids who understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So, worst things have been done. That's fucking hilarious. Now I have to keep my eye on that. Hey, and then that spawns our gaming channel, guys. Go check out.
Also, let me say something about the name of that place real quick. Really funny. It's just called the Mexican place.
Yeah,
I know. I'm like, I love that. I love that it doesn't even. It's just the Mexican place.
Yeah, and look, simple name. I get a little simple for the movie, but it reminds me of a conversation I've had with Jennifer's family, especially over the last few years. My brother and my sister and I joke about it too. There's this restaurant not too far from us called Uno Dos Tres. It's a good Mexican restaurant, good food. And I was joking with Jennifer's brother, Mexican. I was just like, that's the dumbest name ever for a Mexican restaurant. I was like, you can name a Mexican restaurant anything in Spanish and white people will eat there. So it's like, because the name is Uno Dos Tres. It's 1, 2, 3. That's the name of the restaurant is 1, 2, 3. So basically, I was telling him, I'm going to start a restaurant. I'm going to name it El Casa de Caca. And people will come to eat it because they love the margaritas. They love the burritos, not understanding that that translates to house of shit. So I'm just name it Casa de Caca, the Casa de Caca.
Wait, I thought that was what Taco Bell loosely translated into, or house that gives you the shit. I thought that's what that was.
I think that's the after effect. Yeah.
That's not real. That's Pixar.
I was gonna say we need that picture. We need that picture from fucking Anchorman where it says like we spit in your food or something is what it says.
Yeah.
The sign for the Mexican place. Yeah. It's Jesus Christ. And I almost picked. I think there's a picture right before this that I almost put on it just because it was dumb. Because I love that it doesn't even care about the transition. It just says meanwhile and just goes to this. It just left turns into hey, we're going to the Mexican restaurant. I'm like, okay.
Well, that's the comic book thing. That the way this film transitioned, it's like you're reading a comic book. A scene happens, turn the page, and then you're in a complete different setup, setting, whatever. That's one of the things I like about this, the way that it plays out like that.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely works. Oh, good. A plot point that I can't fucking comment on, but I'll let you two run on this one. The next part is the comparisons to the remake, which just came out this past weekend.
Oh, please.
I didn't see it, but I mean, I didn't look up anything about it, and all I saw was Dinklage, and I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna watch it because you're a dickhead. So sorry.
Frank put it best. Frank put it best on Tuesday. The new Toxic Avenger looks like it's made for Disney Plus. You can take out 30 seconds of that movie, and it's a Disney Plus MCU level film. You can't even compare
it. MCU level. I wouldn't even put it MCU level. It's just whatever.
It's bad.
Because Avengers in the name doesn't mean. I think maybe the question I want answered is because when we watched it, Rachel just looked at me and went, "So why'd they remake this movie?" I'm like,
it didn't need to be. It did not need it.
Yeah, I don't get.
Well, I don't mind.
You guys explain.
I don't mind the remake. Anything can be remade. I've said this 100 times. If it's great, then great. We have two versions of this story that we can watch and enjoy. If it sucks, who cares? They've always got the original.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel about this. This one is not going to be one of the ones I feel like I need to watch when I watch Toxic Avenger brand anything. But I mean, just look, go see it and find out. I mean, there might be things about it that you like. I mean, the movie had moments. Kevin Bacon's great.
Okay.
And like towards the climax of the movie, when things step up, they're great. But I mean, I was like last night, I was thinking about it. I was like, how the hell did they have trouble selling this movie because of its excessive gore or whatever, what they said? And I was like, but people were jumping it like Terrifier. I mean, they
there's nothing.
It's like this movie. There's almost that's one of my knocks in the movie is there wasn't enough gore. It's like I don't want gore for the sake of gore, but when I see a horror movie, I want to see 2 or 3 at least good kills, visual shit. You can infer one, you can kind of let one happen off screen, that's fine, but I still want to see a couple of scenes of blood and spit and ass. And this movie barely gave us that. And I was thinking about it last night, and I was like, I bet what happened is all these places saw it, and they were like, this movie is kind of weak for a Toxic Avenger movie. And so the producers and the filmmakers were like, oh, nobody wants to buy it because of the gore, man, trying to lie about it. Yeah. And then somebody eventually, Legendary eventually takes a shot with it. They put it out. And I'm like, this is weak. I mean, it's decent dialogue and stuff, but I was like, I want some gore. I want some.
But you're not going to Toxic Avenger for good dialogue. That's not the point.
Yeah, well, no, the problem is they tried to give me that's kind of half my point is they tried to give me more dialogue and I didn't really want it, and the dialogue that they did give me was crap. so you could have taken out some crappy dialogue, give me some more action. Maybe I would have liked the movie about this much more. But yeah, they tried to make it a film as opposed to just doing what Kaufman did, make it something that's fun that I want to watch. And who cares if nobody buys it? If nobody buys it, at least I can say I made a movie. But if a bunch of people like it, which we're here talking about this movie 40 years later, then
almost 40 years later, yeah,
great. So yeah, that's what kind of aggravated me the most about it is I realized when I was thinking about it, I think they probably straight up lied to us. It wasn't that they couldn't find a buyer because it was so gratuitously violent. It's because everybody thought the movie was probably going to suck. So
I was thinking like, I mean, we've said it before with like Naked Gun and stuff. I'm like, and then when I heard they were making this, I'm like, okay, remember we said like, are we kind of back? We're kind of back. We kind of got this goofy like parody shit going on with Naked Gun, and then this is coming out. I was like, are we really like back?
Naked Gun was a step forward. Toxic Avenger was 2 steps back. Is what
that's what I was worried about. I was like, you guys got to have the balls to do this then if that's the case. Like I said, I didn't see it, so I don't know, but that doesn't really
what the new Toxic Avenger is. The new Toxic Avenger is Toxic Avenger in name only. That they took enough of it that you would recognize it. Be like, oh, I remember that. And you go see it, maybe not watching the original. And then when you go back and watch the original, like, oh, this is a shell of itself. This is what makes it. Frank and I spent a good bit of time talking about this Tuesday. What makes a Troma film? Troma is it's brash, it's unapologetic, it's outrageous, it's sexist, it's disgusting, and you love it for that because that's what Troma is still to this day. And you can big budget it up. You can try to pretty it up. You can put lipstick on that pig, but it's still a pig. You ain't gonna change it. They are what they are. Horseshit.
Yeah.
So I would say watch it because I think every movie deserves a shot. I think there's things about it you're gonna like. I think that when you're done, you're gonna hold these movies up next to each other and be like, yeah, this wasn't even close.
Yeah, I'm sure because like it was just weird to me. Like, yeah, when she asked that question to me, I was like, yeah, I don't know why of all things, like we decided to just go back and be like, hey, let's remake the Toxic Avenger. I'm like, okay, like I said, I kind of held a little hope that I thought, okay, maybe we're really getting back to it, like this unapologetic shit. Just it has its audience, so people are going to go see it. But if you don't deliver on that, I mean, what's the point?
And that's the thing. I mean, they what the new Toxic Avenger did was honestly, it was a bait and switch. because if you watch the trailer, you've seen 99% of the good stuff about the movie. And obviously Terrifier 2, Terrifier 3, Eli Roth is bringing horror films unrated straight to theater now. What Toxic Avenger 2025 did was use this is unrated as a sales gimmick to get you in the door, thinking you're going to see some Art the Clown level stuff, and they subverted you. The worst you got was very, very poorly done CGI dude getting his jaw knocked off or whatever. You saw like how this movie has multiple nudity scenes with girls masturbating. You got 2 girls flashing like that, and then it's off the screen. It was so watered and toned down, but they advertise as unrated because it's a sales gimmick. Kind of a joke.
It depends on what kind of unrated you're talking about. Yeah, which sucks because
right.
Two different
well,
kinds
it's nudity and gore is what Toxic. That's why I'm like, if it wasn't for those things, Toxic Avenger would not be remembered today. Troma films would not exist if Toxic Avenger was not crude. That's the point. That's why to this day, Lloyd Kaufman still wears a Toxic Avenger enamel pin on the breast pocket or on the breast flap of his coat everywhere he goes. Because Lloyd Kaufman considers Toxic his Mickey Mouse because of him, Troma Studios exists. So there's a reason for his bad.
Right. Well, next is trivia, but I do want to throw one extra thing in here. And we talked about like the gore and the kills and shit. Like, I'll start with Frank. Do you have a particular like kill that was your favorite or like an effect you thought was the best? Because I definitely know what mine is. So I put it in there. I definitely labeled it.
The one that I kind of enjoyed the most was I love the fight scene when he's smashing these guys' heads together. You see pieces of skull flying. That was very visceral, straightforward. There's no bullshit. It's just skulls meeting over and over again.
Oh, these 3 fuckers here.
Yeah, these guys I like the most. They're very simple, but still thought out, that kind of thing. But the one in this movie that I've always liked the most is when he drops the waist in the guy's head and just smashes it open like a melon.
Okay, so you stole mine.
That's one
unconventional ways to kill people. Again, I've said it, and I'm like, God damn it, I never would have thought of that, but thanks.
Well, I've seen it in horror movies before where people have been dispatched like this, but and it's always interesting. But the thing I like about this one, why it stands out in this movie anyway, is that when it pulls back and it shows his head smash, and all you see is like him from like that part right there. From like
there you go.
And he, like his hands are twitching and shit. I'm like, that's a great old like late 70s, early 80s kill. Look, I know it's a dummy. I know it's not real, but it's so
this
cool.
Is fake YouTube.
Like I thank you for giving me that visual that I could think to myself this actually happened. This guy got his head crushing up fucking great. By what I'm sure, if I was looking at that weight correctly, it was like 100 pounds. But how much weight does it really take to smash somebody's skull? But yeah, that's the one that's always been my favorite of the entire movie.
Tex, what you got? Do you have a favorite effect or kill or?
Oh man, there are so many good kills in this movie. I mean, we've got Bozo and Julie. We've got Bozo and Julie running the kid over. You've got the whole taco scene in and of itself. You've got, what's better, being killed by a deep fryer or a milkshake mixer? That's a hard decision. I mean, there are so many good kills here. Man, I don't know that I can't pick one for this one. I don't know. I could pick one, but in 5 minutes I might like another one better. There are so many good, creative, original for their time kills in this one. And I mean, everybody thinks Thanksgiving was the first movie that a horror film where somebody gets put in the oven. Nope, Toxic did it first. He does it here. Yeah. There are so many cool kills in this movie. The mayor being disemboweled in front of the town and they cheer it. Because they see how dirty
he's sitting on his stomach. It's like whatever.
Works. He puts the little midget woman in the dryer. Come on, man.
Yeah.
It's fun. There's so many fun kills, and that's the point of it. You're not supposed to take this seriously. I mean, Toxie dispenses of people in the most over the top ways. It's just like the Hammer scene in Chainsaw 74. Grandpa killed 60 in an hour or whatever. He was the best in his day. And the old man can't even hold the hammer in. You're meant to laugh at that. So many people don't even realize that because they're terrified. Toby Hooper was going for comedy, and Lloyd Kaufman is going for comedy in these kills. When he takes dude over to the fryer, and he bends those pipes around him and ducks his hand in the tray and puts it down into the vat of oil or whatever. There is comedy laced with the violence. Old girl's diddling herself in the deal. Get over here, hot ass, and put your right on the stove. There are so many fun kills. I can't pick one. I love them all. There's so many here. I love all of them.
I was actually sitting here watching this again today after I got home, and I was sitting here in my office, and Jennifer walks in right as this scene's happening, and she gets this look on her face, and she goes, "What the fuck are you watching?" And I'm like, I said, "This guy's gonna make a milkshake in the guy's mouth." She goes, "That's not gonna end well." As soon as she says that, she sees the blood spattering. She turns around and goes, "Oh my god!" And walks out of the room.
That was a good
Damien
one.
Leone. Damien Leone, I believe, is from New Jersey. I guarantee you, he watched this movie and was like, "This is like the origin scenes of Art the Clown's kills." Like the whole bleach and salt kill, or the mashed potatoes in Mom's head kill, or whatever it is. This is where this originated from. It's so fun. It's over the top. It's goofy. It's stupid, and it's tremendous. I love it.
I think the most tragic kill is this dumbass shooting the fucking register, because I literally labeled this picture what I said when I saw that. I'm like, that's where the money is, you dumbass. Why'd you just...
I thought the same thing. I was like, what's the point of that?
I'm like, dude, why'd you shoot the register, you dumb shit? Okay, whatever, man.
That's the thing about this movie is they break all the rules. They kill kids. They kill dogs. They don't give a damn.
Well, I mean, like, you're in there for the money, at least. You just put a bullet through half your money. Like, whatever. Yeah, no, these two are also very entertaining. It may be in the trivia, it may not be, but I never noticed that dude had a fake arm, which is really funny.
That's how that guy was an IRS agent that wanted to be an actor or whatever. And if you know anything about how Lloyd Kaufman famously, he's cheaper than Roger Corman was for making movies. He wasn't paying for lodging and everything else. People would either work for free or cheap, and like they were sleeping on the sets. Like there's one of the more famous stories when they made Poultrygeist, a chicken version of Poultrygeist. Very funny, by the way. They took over like an established chicken joint and they redid it to make it look like it was still going. People were sleeping in this place, and like customers would walk up thinking the chicken place reopened. They're like, "No, this is a closed film set. Go away." Because Kaufman made his films for nothing, and it's just the movies work because they're low budget underground films.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think that ice cream one was a close second for me, but goddamn, dropping the weights on that guy and then just see it. It's the after you see the really cool, like just busted head and he twitches. I was like, God, Jesus Christ.
The one death that sucks in this movie is Judith, because she doesn't nearly get punished enough for what she does.
Yeah. It's like you want to see her actually get her comeuppance, and she kind of doesn't.
Right. Like Toxic should have like ripped the top of her head off or something. Like go really hardcore with it.
There's actually, I don't know if I put this in the trivia or not. There was actually a deleted scene. I don't think I put this in the trivia. There's actually a deleted scene that I guess made it on the newer DVD versions, like the box sets and all that, where there's a scene at the police station and you can see both the girls kind of like getting mad at each other and screaming. One of them's got bandages all over her ass for being burned in the sauna, and the other one's got big bandages around her head where apparently she was scalped by but for some reason that scene didn't make it in the the 84, the original theatrical.
I'm not sure I've seen that scene. Then again, I haven't bought in the box set. I have I have the first two on DVD. I've never bought the whole Toxic Avenger collection, but I just never got around to buying it.
Maybe you took those scissors and tried to give her a bowl cut. right around the top of the head. A little off the top, as I say. Oh, Lord. Where are we? Oh, well, now we're at the trivia, I guess. There's a decent amount. Let's see. Yeah, get out of here. Go away. It's like the annoying little paper clip. Like, I don't need your help. Fuck off. All right, yeah, we'll start with the kid. It's always good to start with one of the kids dying. Excuse me, God. The head-crushing scene was based on a time when Lloyd Kaufman was backing a car out of his garage and accidentally hit his younger sister. Nobody was harmed, but the memory still haunts him for years. Well, you say you pull from real life, so art imitates life, as they say. That's what it was.
It does. But I mean, think about it, that's where Stephen King has come up with some of his ideas for his stories. Is like he'll have.
Oh yeah, it's not all the cocaine. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, it has nothing with the cocaine or his weird psychosis. but
he writes them so fast. I think.
Yeah, that's the cool thing. Is like all these really prolific writers, these great classic people. There's not really a rhyme or reason. It's just like I'm in the shower when I'm washing my balls. This idea comes to me, so I write it down, and that's where the next great Oscar-winning screenplay comes from.
So just wash your balls till you get an Oscar-winning movie idea. Is that how you do it?
Like I do need to get a shower after the show, but I mean, I'm not gonna have like an epiphany while I'm in there. I'll be sure to let you guys know if I do. I mean, I guess.
Make sure you put pants on prior to talking to us.
Well, I don't need to wear pants to send a text. I'm not gonna fucking show you. Like, here's my muse. It's myself. Surprise. God damn it. Where's those three fuckers? There they are. While shooting in Shinbone Alley, a homeless man stole a prop gun from one of the trailers and threatened the crew. Well, that's rude.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, that
damn. That's
well,
funny.
Go back to what I was saying a minute ago about the whole poltergeist thing. They don't shoot in like great neighborhoods. Like just look at the areas. Oh, yeah. Like they have to have like real good security because they're dealing with, and especially this was like the 80s in New York. This wasn't cleaned up. I mean, it's not like New York has ever been a crime-free city or anything. But this was a dirty time. Just look at the whole Frank Henenlotter films. That's the New York that this basically is the same time era. And there's a reason why they would have multiple things stolen on all kinds of things.
Good. I'm glad we're having the same thoughts here. Some of you do, in fact, know who this person is. This person right here is an 18-year-old Marissa Tomei who appears as an extra
Aunt May in the shower. That's crazy.
That is Aunt May.
Your Aunt May is
going to go across the pot. She was always listen. She was. Always
if you think she's hot in this, go watch Marissa Tomei in The Wrestler. You'll think she's real hot then. But yeah,
so she goes across there and gets her cousin Vinny to help her.
She is aged like a fine wine too. Must be said.
Hey, she is. Marissa Tomei pays her adrenochrome bill monthly to stay young. I don't know how she does it, but she's doing well.
She's sacrificing. I'd like to fucking know what it is.
Yeah, she gets in good children to sacrifice, I reckon. But yeah, she of course Marissa Tomei was nobody at this point. She was like, I think she was like 17. She's 17 or 18. I can't remember. But this was early in her career, and just trying to get her foot in the door, and whatever. But hey, Aunt May was. Spider-Man was not her first superhero. Toxic was apparently.
Right, been around for a minute. There we go. That's what I wanted. Patrick Kilpatrick, which is a great name, who played Leroy, who is the face-painted criminal in the Mexican restaurant, quit the film after having to point a shotgun at a baby. That's
always
fair.
wanted to cornhole me a blind bitch. Tremendous line.
The funny is he's the one guy that went on to have like a career as a character actor.
Yeah. Well, that's what's so fun. And obviously, if you watch the 2025 version of this, we got strumming the nuts, the Juggalo knockoff that they did in that movie, obviously basing it off of this crew. That's why I was saying Tuesday. This crew, this is the originators of this. They're so much more fun than the guys that we got into whatever. And this guy points a shotgun at a baby's head. In the 2025 version, the chicken head guy has a baby's head. So that had to be intentional, I think.
Okay.
No,
I
seriously.
love that his,
yeah.
What? Oh, I love that
No,
his tattoo looks very similar to Dr. Frankenfurter's tattoo, like with the heart and it says boss above it. I'm like, is that a
Oh
is
yeah,
that a
they're
reference?
very Rocky Horror Picture Show, very much.
I kind of
Rocky
noticed
Horror that had already came out, right? That I can't remember.
Oh yeah, that was 75.
Oh yeah, that was.
Oh okay,
75.
yeah.
It'd been a minute, so yeah, it already been out.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, that definitely could have been why. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
We're going back to where's he at? Back to Bozo. During pre-production, Vincent D'Onofrio was set to play the role of Bozo. Prior to filming,
Wow.
D'Onofrio asked for a slight raise and was instead fired from the movie and replaced by Gary Schneider. Wah, wah.
Yeah, no.
Oh, well.
Troma Films ain't. I doubt he pays, especially at this point in time. I don't know what scale pay was for an actor in '84, but he wasn't paying high. That's why so many people work for free or cheap in Troma Films because they want their foot in the door, and this is the way to do it. People like James Gunn and the South Park guys are probably the most famous to come out of Troma, but
I'm trying
Troma's.
to think about where's his filmography? This came out in '88.
84.
This came out in '84.
Okay,
84.
so he did okay because it was just a couple years later in '87 that he got Full Metal Jacket where he played Gummer. He played Gummer Pyle.
I was gonna say. So,
and then
even then,
you're doing all right, man.
This movie, even when it came out in '84, it didn't do well for a while until Bleecker Street picked it up and played it at the midnight showing. And this was I remember I was talking to my dad one time about this movie. He's the only place this movie played down here was at drive-ins. Basically the nice movie theaters refused to show this movie. He had to go to Dallas to the bad drive-in to see this movie. So, it was kind of one of those things. So,
Cast mood.
You know that.
Oh, we already talked about it. The Mexican restaurant was actually called the Mexican place, just like in the movie. Again, it's like I said, it's pretty authentic, except for the fact that there are samurai swords. But apparently Frank has corrected me on that.
Frank,
I guess I shouldn't.
Halloween's not far away. We need to see you in a Pedro samurai.
Be the Mexican ninja.
I might be able to make that work between now and Halloween.
We need to see you in a ninja outfit with a big old sombrero.
Right.
A black sombrero with a black ninja outfit and some swords. I can probably pull that off.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll just tell the Mexicans I'm Zorro, and then the white people I'll just tell them whatever. But yeah,
that's kind of the bridge there. Yeah, I think Zorro's kind of your that works. Closest thing you have to it. Okay, we're going back to the sheep. Boom. The sheep that Mark Torgel had to kiss was infected with lice, but he did not find that out until after the scene was shot. That really sucks.
There's
I think it makes me want to jump into a fucking barrel of waste. You know what I'm saying?
Melvin has his sheep. Casey has that rat dog of his. There's more parallels here than I realized. There's
a lot of potential.
Trouble.
I was just thinking that's kind of how most of Casey's dates go. It's like they go out with him and then they find out he has lice.
Oh, this poor fucking man. Okay, I just glanced. I see the word German, so we're gonna fucking go with this guy because sure.
Yeah.
God damn it. The movie was chosen for the notorious German Schleifaz series. I'm German. I think I butchered the shit out of that. It was.
Probably.
It aired September 2019 on German TV station Tele 5. Schleswig is a German abbreviation that means the worst film ever. Okay. In that series, two hosts present the whole film and make fun of it throughout. That sounds like fun.
So that's their mystery
the
science
Germans who
theater
are not
through
known
that.
for their fucking humor are the ones who are sitting here making fun of. I mean, okay.
Right.
I would love to know what they thought about the police chief. Honestly,
they probably thought he was the best character in the entire film, especially when he's trying to raise attention. He throws his hand out in the Nazi salute.
Right.
heel, like, Jesus
They're all like,
Christ.
"What?" And then he's like, "Yes, Herr Mayor. I mean, Mr. Mayor." There's all these little things.
We asked the German exchange student once, "Why don't you have German pride?" Well, we did once, and no one liked it, so right out the window. I love that joke so much.
Yeah, it's a whole bad thing. So
we just no one was on board with that. So what are you gonna do? What do we do? Oh, I think Frank said it already. I didn't use this picture yet. Fuck it, we're going Switchblade because that's a whole picture right there. In a deleted scene, reintegrated into the extended / Japanese cut of all fucking things, it is revealed that Toxie didn't kill Wanda or Julie. Slamming Wanda onto the hot rocks simply injured her, and he just cut all of Julie's hair off. The two girls are shown having a fight at the police station, with Wanda wearing a big gauze bandage near her rear and Julie's head completely bald. Interesting.
That's disappointing. I mean, these two broads were just as evil as the boyfriends were. Yeah, I mean, Toxie, he kills the pedos in this movie. He kills the corrupt politicians. He goes after everybody. Why do these two, when they were just as... That girl was diddling herself to pictures of dead children. She deserved to be killed. Like that, she deserved more than what she got.
Yeah. Maybe she, because I didn't get to use this picture, maybe she deserved a Blues Brothers level of fucking attention. Just a whole firing school. Now, I want to point out why it's hilarious watching these tanks like move towards them. Like, there's somebody's head right by the end of the tank. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I know you weren't planning on shooting somebody.
There's children right by the tanks. How hard are you doing it and or sleeping that you don't hear two tanks clink, 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 revving up to your tent? Like, how you must be not just blind, but deaf as well. They're sweethearts. But, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure the guy standing in front of that tank barrel on the right is actually holding a gun himself. That's some TNA.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy in the blue. He is. Yeah, he's holding the right.
It's like you realize that if the shooting starts, you're not going to get a whole lot of rounds off before they turn your shit to mist.
Yeah. When did Tiananmen Square happen? That was in the 80s.
80s.
Yeah, it's not going to work out for you, bud. A little bit after this, yeah. Late 80s, I think. Yeah, I think you're right. Well, it's not in the trivia, but I'll add it. Something I actually did not know. The guy who played the Toxic Avenger, Mitch Cohen, was in fact. It's funny because it's also in Jersey. He was potential Mr. Number 38 in Clerks, standing on the wall.
Hey, you get back here.
Don't suck any dick over the parking lot. Hey, you get back here. You didn't say a word. You're just like, ooh, okay.
Oh my God.
That's amazing.
Okay. I know I shit on modern day Kevin Smith to the dismay of both of you. I need a Jay and Silent Bob meet the Toxic Avenger, like in the style of like Frank,
Jersey.
like, well, they're both in Jersey. Back in the day we had Frankenstein meets the Wolfman, yada yada, whatever. I need a modern day Toxic Avenger meets Jay and Silent Bob, and let Kevin Smith go nuts with it. That would be
Bluntman and Chronic. Bluntman and Chronic versus the Toxic
Avenger.
Ooh, that'd be good. We'll have
Come on, Kevin Smith, make it happen.
There you go, Kevin Smith. Well, we need the Kevin Smith Troma crossover. That's what we need to do. Get on it. That would be fun.
Two big Jersey heavyweights right there. Go ahead.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
If you're Mitch Cohen, you're feeling pretty good about that because you got to kick it with Kevin Smith and Lloyd Kaufman. Yeah. Like two of like the two best independent filmmakers ever.
Oh yeah.
probably one of the only few things that made Jersey.
I can
cool.
imagine it now. Like Blunt Man and Chronic think the Toxic Avenger is like a bad guy, so they originally go after him, and then like midway through the film, they have a big fight, right? And then like, oh, they have their Save Martha scene. They can even make fun of Save Martha from Batman v Superman. And we also have to bring back Cockknocker as well. Cockknocker is the ultimate villain. Cockknocker sets up Toxie to be the villain, but he's the real bad guy, and then they all three go after him. I'm going to be upset if that movie doesn't get made now. I'll be honest with you. I think
next time we run into Kevin Smith at a con, you just got to wait in line and get to him and be like,
"Hey,
we have this idea."
Whichever one of the three of us. Well, the next time any of the three of us sees Kevin Smith at a con, pitch it. That'd be great. That's
To be fair, it was announced a few weeks ago, but Brian O'Halloran right there did get announced for the Comic-Con I'm going to, and I'm like, fingers crossed, because last time you went, man, like I said, Jay and Silent Bob are both there, along with Rosario Dawson. So
I'd be willing to bet he's got Kevin Smith's phone number in his pocket. So you pitch it to that old boy right there. I don't care about the credit. I just want to see it made. So get it done, Kaufman and Smith. There's your next.
Maybe need to go to Brian O'Halloran's line and put a bug in his ear, like, "Hey, I got a crazy idea, man. Like, you just let Kevin know whenever you see him.
I can see it now. They're standing in front of the Quick Stop, after the movie's over. Jay's like, "Hey, try this, Toxic." And, Toxic Avenger hits a joint and Snoochie Boochie, in that Toxic voice from this film. Oh, that'd be great. That'd be a great one. That'd be amazing.
Wasn't there a scene where the two guys are
even better than that,
passing the blunt, like back and forth? So
right.
Better than that, what you do is you have Mark Torgel there as the guy who gets the joint from Jay and Silent Bob, and then when he smokes it, he turns into fucking Toxic Avenger.
I'm fine with that too. Yeah.
The smoke happens. Yeah. Really cheap smoke effect, and then it's just a.
You can still do that weird discolored look when he transforms into the monster, like earlier in the movie, like that weird warped color, and he just turns into him.
Oh no!
That's more like doing acid, not weed.
Shoot the movie in black and white, Clark style, but everything nuclear. Make it bright neon green. And have it really pop, just like the Sin City movie. How they did that in that black and white noir style. Do that formula, but really highlight that green and purple, or that Toxic has going with the black and white. That can be fun. I like that.
That would be sweet. Okay, that's the end of that's all I got. Woo! Oh, that's good shit. Anyway, so final thoughts. We're going around the table. We're passing it. So I'm passing to Frank first. What's your final thoughts on this movie? I didn't even puff. I just passed straight up. So I'm being polite. Okay.
If you're a fan of the stuff that came out in the 80s, like the Porky's and all those dick and fart joke movies that came out, you're gonna love this because it's so over the top. It's so ridiculous. It's awesome. This is the kind of thing that you get when you get a creator that doesn't really give a shit what other people are going to think about what he creates, and that's when he creates a gem. So it's on it's on Tubi. I know it's on
Amazon Prime.
It's on multiple platforms.
I think it's well, I have YouTube Premium, so it might be free for me, but I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube somewhere as well. So yeah, just watch it. It's fun. If you have the stomach and you have the balls for the comedy, you're going to enjoy it. If not, you're going to be offended. Right. But go watch it anyway, just so you can find out.
Yeah. If you're offended, I don't know what you're doing here on this channel with our fucking dumbasses.
No,
so
you're in the wrong house.
You're in the right place. Tex, what's your final thoughts on this movie? I'm not going to say. I know you recommend it, but what do you?
I recommend it with the highest regards. Watch this one 3 times and avoid the new one. I love this film. I love Troma films. I love the Toxic franchise. The first 2 were good. The second 2 were fine, whatever. But definitely recommend this one. It's everything I love in a movie, and it's just a fun ride. You this is a bygone era of film where people had balls. They didn't have to apologize and is everybody equally represented and yada yada? Yeah, that doesn't matter. Throw all that out and just have fun. That's what I love about this movie. It's so good.
I think Casey, that's the wrong Avengers movie. I think you're in the wrong place, buddy. But he hates Tex 3000, so whatever, man.
Your hate only makes you more powerful. That's fine, kids.
We'll just print more shirts. God damn it.
No shit.
Yeah, it's a goofy fucking movie. I mean, I used to make my friends watch the first Evil Dead when I first discovered it, when I was a teenager. I was like, this is some weird
one too.
Shit is just happening, and I'm like, why? Why is it? The movie is just shit happening. It's just all over the place, gore and just crap coming out of every orifice that you can't imagine in different colors and all kinds of shit. And yeah, so it's kind of in that vein of just kind of dark humor, but just silly stuff. But also it weirdly does have some heart. I mean, it's I guess good guy,
the heart's
right?
there.
Hero monster. Yeah, the hero monster. You gets his girlfriend. He cleans up Jersey, I guess, which again, tall task, I would think. But yeah, there's still a happy ending. They all lived happily ever after, I guess. And once again, the day was saved thanks to the Toxic Avenger.
Hell yeah.
There's your Powerpuff Girls read, because I watched that as a kid. Judge me. That was our version of being a brony, goddammit. I was like, that was a fantastic fucking show. Speaking of genetically mutated, superheroes. Yeah. So it's a fun movie, and it's not like there isn't a million other things you can watch in the Troma universe. So I know I don't know how many of these movies there are. Tex, you probably
There's only 4. Well, not counting the new one because I refuse to. There's 4 original.
Yeah, I'm kind of iffy on that. 4, okay. Yeah. So there's 4 of those, and plenty of other you'll find something. I'm sure you'll find something in this world that you like. So this is a good place to start. So God damn it, who keeps? It's probably Casey.
Probably.
Oh, actually, you know what? I think that's a compliment. Tex is truly Emperor Palpatine. Holy shit. I'll take
somehow,
that. I would take that. Somehow he returned.
Boy, that it worked.
Okay.
I'm just happy that Casey was able to spell 2 relatively long words for him, like Emperor Palpatine, correctly.
Well, he might have spent himself for the rest of the time. That was probably it.
No, don't give him the credit for spelling that right. Google spell checked that for him. He didn't do that right.
Well, no, he went and got his bum movie friend to type for him who actually can spell.
He got Kate. Actually, if anything, I'll give Casey credit for typing with them sausage fingers. I'm surprised he can operate a smartphone. But good for him.
All right. Yeah, we're around the table and we're passing again. So Frank, what are we doing? What's we got going on the internet?
Your hit, Frank.
Next week. Yeah,
I don't know. Rolling around Tubi earlier today, I noticed there are a couple of movies that, since we're in a relatively downtime for new stuff, fun movies, I think we could enjoy reviewing. I don't know. Which one?
I was like, we're in the spooky season.
Oh, we're getting close.
Real?
We're close.
But I want to.
Spirit Halloween has opened. Therefore, spooky season has begun.
Yeah, I walked through the one here by my house the other day, and they're still putting a lot of this.
I go there and the shelves are fucking empty. I'm like, I'm still in there.
I'm gonna give them another week or so to really get all the stuff going. Then I might go on.
All my local ones haven't even opened yet. I feel like an hour away almost to get to a Spirit Halloween. I'm not happy.
Well, I don't know. I'll put together the Mexican ninja costume at some point, and maybe I'll see if I can get that done. I mean, I've got almost 2 full months until
we need to do
time and next year Halloween's open. You got time.
The Thursday before Halloween, maybe we can all dress up in our Halloween costume or something. That'd be kind of fun. Something like that.
I'll just not change. Well, I'll just not change because the Halloween is on a cave night, so just looking like that.
He'll just come home from work. It'd go live. Yeah. It's gonna be Jeremy.
Rest Thursday, I'll just come home.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll find a movie or something we can all have some fun with.
All right. And Tex, what have you got going on?
Well, today I went to the early showing of The Conjuring Last Rites, and I can fervently say I enjoyed it, and I actually liked it a lot. It's, The Devil Made Me Do It. The last Conjuring film was honestly hot garbage, and I thought the series was dead. But they came back to form with this one. James Wan and his crew. Hell, James Wan appears in this movie, but I'll leave that for your eyes if you can find him in there when he does show up. Conjuring Last Rites, I like it as much as the first two. I really enjoyed this film. I recommend highly go see. It was it's a slow burn. I will warn you. They really take their time at points. Like I wish they had tightened up some things, but go see Conjuring Last Rites. It's worth your time and money. I'll say that.
Yeah, me, I'm here Tuesday, Thursday, doing whatever the hell we're doing. And as I whispered softly in Frank's ear, it is in fact spooky season because next weekend starts the goddamn busy season for me. The haunt I work at opens up next weekend, so that's if I seem dead to the fucking world even by Tuesday of that week, just know that's why. Because they'll let my cheerful demeanor throw you off. Okay. I don't want to scare anybody. So actually, yes, I do because I get paid for it. That's pretty much what I got going on from now till the end of October, but yeah, beginning of November. So, and Halloween is in fact on a cave night. As I said, it's on a Friday, so sucks I can't dress up and pass out candy. But God, that's gonna be a long weekend. But you know what? It could be fun. Some people could show up. People may not show up. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're too drunk to come down there, or they do get too drunk and they still come down there, and that's always a fun time.
Since you're going to be the devil, see if you can buy somebody's soul. Like, have you ever tried to do that?
I have gotten money before. Somebody gave me a fucking dollar.
I've got a crisp $20 bill. Sell me your soul. See if you can buy somebody out. Hey, $20 is $20, right? Somebody's going to say yes.
Trust me, sometimes I do get tips. I do get tips sometimes. It is kind of funny.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Mad. Money off T-Move, you hold up there with a big wad, you just flip through it and be like, "How much for your soul?"
Pull a Shao Kahn and see if you gain more power once you take your soul. That might happen. You never know.
Yeah, or I'm still mad about that kid who held up the picture of Jesus and he wouldn't. I was trying to get him to give it to me because I was gonna fucking throw it right in the fire, but he wouldn't give it to me. And I couldn't just go down and snatch it either. Pissed me off. I just want you to know, whoever you are, that was not cool. You should have just given me the picture because it would have been funny for everybody else.
Who brings a picture of Jesus to a haunted house?
You would be fucking surprised. People they come for that. You go to hell and people they come there just to do that, or they wear a shirt with Jesus on. Or this kid, he didn't say a word. He came just held the picture there the whole goddamn time. People come in, they get on their knees, and I'm like, "Get up! You look ridiculous.
Is he
get off your knees."
In there trying to preach to people or something? Or
I mean, they try. Like I said, when they get down on their knees and they pray, I'm like, "Get up! You look ridiculous." I know why you're here. You don't have to show me. Just get off your knees. You know what I mean?
It's all pretend. These are the same people that were boycotting Harry Potter because they thought it was replacing religion.
Right.
I should wear a Dogma shirt with Kevin Smith on it when he was protesting his own movie. I should just wear a shirt of that.
You should be like, "Yeah, I knew that guy once. He was a bitch." No, that's what I was something like that.
When Dogma 2 comes out, that's what we got to do. We got to make T-shirts and wear them and say Dogma's dog shit.
Dog shit.
Oh, we should. Oh, that's how we get some traction online. We each go protest Dogma live on a stream. Instead of doing it from our house, we go to somewhere public and we each have a sign that says Dogma's evil 666, right? But we tag Kevin Smith. He's going to see it. He probably would respond. That's how we do it, right there.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It's probably still Casey. Whatever. I'm not going to entertain his ass. All right. You got to play me out music, man. So yeah, we'll figure something out for Tuesday, and I don't know, we'll get something together. So yeah. I want to stay in the world of WK. I don't know. Go watch horror movies. It's a fun time. We'll see y'all.
Casey Casey says he hates me so much. I think he might feel the other way about it. He kind of protests too much, does
He
he?
does say it a lot.
Yeah, I'm saying.
I bet you just like Super Troopers, he's got a blow-up doll in his trunk that's got like text written across for him.
I think so.
I'm pretty sure his face taped to it.
I might need to look into restraining orders. Like, this is getting a little bit bothersome.
We need to report him to somebody. He should report to the neighborhood when he moves. He's one of those kind of people.
Can I do a Me Too case for how much Casey's on my dick right now? Can I do that?
Register this guy.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.